find a group that does something. They have some measure of credibility. And then they start to work with all the other groups. Because you see, having a myriad of groups never helps anybody because there's no focus. This group wants one thing, that group wants another thing, and it comes back to what he's saying. And then because group A seems to be the arrowhead, but group B and C don't really agree with Mr. Y, who is possibly the leader of group A, then there's a problem. But at the end of the day, what we need, like I said before, what we need to identify is what is our main focus. Then when we have the main focus, let everybody have a buy-in to that main focus. And then there needs to be rules and there needs to be punishment for the rules. Part of the challenge we have is that there's a lot of impunity in the system. People do stuff because, look, I can do it and I'm going to get away with it anyway, so why not? And that's part of it. So, and it's something that, yeah, we could easily say, oh, it started from the old generation, it's seeping down, but half of the people who are within the youth know better because they, in some ways, that, oh, I shouldn't do this, really, even though I've seen it done by XYZ person, I shouldn't do this. Yeah. So that's one of the things that we do need to harness, find a core value, find a purpose, then put the rules in place for everybody to follow, and the punishments that follow not being.
So let's speak hypothetically now.
Yeah.
We are disciplined now.
Amen.
Okay.
And we are organized.
He's very Christian.
And we decided that, okay, our biggest issue is that we want to, get into government and become politicians and say, okay, we need so and so space in so and so whatever allocations and all of that in politics. Now, my question to you is, how do we, the same question I asked him, do we need one person? Do we need a group? Or do we show it by the way we are as a people and government? And what is government's role in all of this, basically? Why does government have to be a part of this decision for us? And why can't we do it on our own?
Okay. Well, the last one first. We can't do that because the platform is really huge. And it takes a whole lot of resources to actually pull that together. So that's an onion that takes a lot of peeling. The National Directorate of Employment, in my opinion, we need to speak out on the truth here, I feel should be linked to the NYSC. You see, every year you churn out youth from schools to get into these programs. But once the government should do this, I feel. Go into the camps, talk to people, give them forms, at least let 40% of the graduates, sign up to join in for, what do you call it now, ministries, civil service forms. Let them fill it. So that way there's a process. Every year you're peeling out 40%. You're giving less stress to the private sector.
But does government have the capacity for 40% of Nigerian graduates?
Yes, it does. It should have. It should not have any reason to. Why not? We have all the resources. We have everything. No, because everything is the way it is. Once it begins to get better, there is no excuse for you not to say you can't afford to give at least 40% jobs, not the federal level, state level, local government level, all levels. That's what I mean. Just break it down. It should be able to meet up to 40% every year. So that way you're easing out stress, and then you're employing people because people are hungry. It is hunger that is making them go wayward.
That's why I asked that question, because we know that we do have our problems with indiscipline and all of that, but a lot of the issues we talk about in Nigeria today, from insecurity and all of that, we keep saying it's because people are hungry and they are idle. Yeah. Why is the job creation such a problem? I know developed countries have their own issues, even with job creation these days. But ours doesn't seem to, we're not even moving anywhere. Now, they've said agriculture is going to be the new frontier now. The Minister of Agriculture is going to create jobs and we're all going to go back to farming. Okay. Do you have faith in those sort of things?
I have faith in them in principle. I don't have faith in them in actualization and because it's easy to say, oh, look, agriculture is the next frontier, it would help us. Because we've seen, and from history alone, you see that, yes, the wealth of this country originally came from agriculture and allied industries, but we've run away from those things. I mean, we have no kola nut pyramids anymore. We don't have
No
groundnut pyramids, rather. We don't have the kola nuts. We don't have cocoa.
Cassava is just
cassava is, we don't have any of those things. Now, you say to me, oh, we need to go back to agriculture. Excellent. How do we go back to agriculture? Who are the farmers? The people who do the farming these days are subsistence farmers. They have no technological know-how. You cannot have agriculture that would meet the requirements we have today on that basis. It's absolutely impossible. Now, so the basis then is you need to have a group that would do some training as well as make funds available for the machinery and everything for it to be done. There's no plan that's been put in place. We hear a lot of talk, but when you ask for details, what plan do you have in place for us to be able to do this, then it becomes, oh, the typical avoidance talk from government, unfortunately.
I was at a forum once where Mr. President was at, and I asked a question with regards to, what are you doing for young people, and what can we hold you to by 2015, and along those lines. And he mentioned You Win. The program where, they give money to entrepreneurs. I think it's loan, it's credits.
It's a loan.
Profits, whatever. And I don't know, those sort of programs now, it seems to have been successful, but on a very small scale. Are those sort of programs enough? Are they actually what we need?
No. Well, it's a starter. It's meant to be able to help boost confidence in whatever it is they're doing now on their part. But we lack knowledge in a whole lot of issues. We talk too much. We're not technically sound in a whole lot of things. We have books and books and books, but we don't apply ourselves to doing these things. The issues are very simple ways to solve them. Put the square peg in the square hole. Put the round peg in the round hole. We're mixing it up. And it's obvious. Some people are doing it on purpose. Some people are doing it because they don't have an idea what size it fits one or whatever it is. But it's very simple. Get these youths off the streets by providing more technical schools. We have hands. We can work. Create more technical schools. Let there be more carpenters. Let them be more, a lot of people. You need a service, I'll provide. We're meant to be a service-driven, but we're not. We're just importing and selling. Create that avenue. Reduce generator importation. Electricity will be. No, seriously.
It's true.
Because you keep bringing in generators, you want it to be.
It's a slippery slope. That's why I was laughing.
No, but it is true. We need to speak out on these things so that because the youth are not getting smaller in number, we're getting more, and we're getting more agitated as years goes by. We don't want any no spring. I don't want any spring except
we can't afford
it. We can't afford it because the multiplier effect is going to be terrible all over once that happens here. So the government, they know what to do. They should do it, and then the youth also look inwards, be disciplined, calm down, and just let's dialogue.